Real-time qualification, super important part of the process. This is the third substage of delivery. And this is something that people don't do at the moment. And our whole mission really at Atomley is to talk to people about this. This is the purpose of running lead gen webinars, is to get qualified leads out the back end of it. So this section is going to be all around that. And the problem statements that we hear are this issue of, well, people think that a registration for a webinar, so when you click on LinkedIn that you're going to attend, or when you register on a form on a website, that is a lead. Actually, if you follow through this funnel, very basic funnel on the right-hand side of the page here, from prospect down to deal, there are 3 terms in the middle of that funnel that have the word lead in it. So you've got lead, marketing qualified lead, and sales qualified lead. So when you say a registration is a lead, what type of lead are we talking about? So having a taxonomy is really important. I'm going to tell you exactly what taxonomy we use in a minute. People also don't define success, and they don't have a way to measure success either. So if you don't have a taxonomy and you don't have a goal in mind, then how are you going to measure and how are you going to understand whether this was a successful webinar or not? So when your boss asks you, say, how many leads did that campaign or that webinar generate, you need to have a 30-second response. It's a number and whether that was good or bad. If you then get into a half-an-hour conversation about, well, what is a lead and what does it mean and what was good and what was bad, then you haven't done a good job of setting that in the ground before you get going. So we're going to talk about that in a second as well, about how to actually do that in the best way possible. Like I said earlier, people don't survey attendees. 80% of all webinars that were run in 2021 did not survey their attendees. And we also find that when people do survey their attendees, they're only getting a 16% response rate, which is pretty poor. So we're here to try and improve that and upgrade that statistic over time. And the built-in tools that you can use as part of the webinar platform that ask for feedback after the event are not good enough to get real qualification intent data, which is what we're all about.